Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Andrew Rants, a video series where I stand upon my metaphorical soapbox pedestal of the world. And today I'm going to be ripping into Warner Brothers once again. Yay! Andrew, aren't you tired of picking on them? I'm not really picking on them, I'm calling them out on their bullshit. There's a huge world of difference. And today it's once again involving Space Scam, the Cash Legacy, or A Cash Legacy. You know, I'm not even going to call it what its actually title is. It's literally what I'm going to call it. It's a Space Scam, a Cash Legacy. And at this point, Warner Brothers is scummy as hell, because over the weekend, there was a tweet that was put out. And I really want to say this, first off. If you ever have somebody in a movie or a TV show, or they do a project for you, unless they specifically request this, don't ever leave them uncredited. Unless they specifically request it because, you know, they want to preserve their identity, or, okay, I only did this, I don't feel like I did a lot to help you, so, you know, don't worry about it, and that's fine. But in this case, oh, I have to. I have to. I can't sit idly by with this one. So, of course, I am talking about, you guessed it, Space Scam, the Cash Legacy. And, oh, God. So, there was an artist that worked on it by the name of Dave Alvarez. And, poor Mr. Alvarez sat down to watch the movie with his kids. It's like, yeah, look what Daddy did. Yeah, Daddy worked on this movie. Isn't that great? Yeah, that's what bought you your new bed. That's what got you your little game system. That's what, you know, yeah, you're going to love me now. Uh-huh. Only hoping to see his name in the credits. Like, you know, literally right there is, you know, I contributed to this. Which, first off, based on how bad the movie is, plot-wise, and from some of the reviews, I would be actually happy that your name isn't on here, to be honest with you. You could distance yourself from this shit. But I feel for you either way. The name wasn't there. And first it's like, oh, maybe we just missed it and I didn't see it. Nope. Rewatch the credits. Name is not in the credits whatsoever. Way to go, Warner Brothers! Not only did you make a needless cash grab, dragging a not well-liked basketball celebrity into this, but you also managed to screw over one of the people that helped you make this, because you didn't want to credit them. Oh. Now, the only reason that I can see, as of right now, why he went uncredited was because either something wasn't signed, their paperwork wasn't pushed through right, or they just decided, we don't want to credit you for this, you worked under the table. Because something's scummy about this, and in all honesty, I really hate to say it this way, but I'm kind of leaning towards option 3. I mean, don't get me wrong, option 1 is definitely on the table where something wasn't signed right, or like one I wasn't dotted correctly, or there wasn't a T crossed somewhere, or just something just wasn't signed right on the dotted line, or they just didn't push the paperwork through, and oh, they might have, you know, it might have just slipped off the desk. You know, that's a possibility, and I'm not gonna rule those out. But as far as this is concerned, I'm going straight with option 3. For the time being as my prime suspect. Okay, my suspect of interest right now is option 3. Because, remember, Warner Brothers had a budget for this of $150 million. Of which they made $54.7 million back. Which, honestly, is a joke. That's just about a third of what you put into this. And not even that, because they never take marketing into consideration, because I don't think that $150 million also covered marketing, like the mass media marketing. At $150 million was pretty much just like, okay, we got to get some celebrities, got to get some voices in this thing, unless they're working for peanuts, not to mention the animators and stuff like that. That $150 million could not include marketing. There's no way. Because you got to pay to get the ads out there. You got to pay like YouTube to have the ads. You got to pay all these other sites to have the banners. You know, you just don't go, hey, I want you to put this up here. I'm not going to give you anything. I just want you to do it for free. They're going to look at you and go, kiss my ass, because that's primo real estate in the digital world. That's like prime real estate. They ain't going to give that up for nothing. No way in hell are they going to give that up for anything. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm not giving that up for free. You got to pay me. And then there's where the money comes in. Here, okay, here's some money. Yeah, here's some more money. Here's some more money. Thank you. So it's more like, I want to say at least $50 million for marketing, because it was put out there a lot. So that's at least a base of $200 million. If you really want to get accurate about it, that's about $200 million. Because there's also miscellaneous and other shit. So I'm going at least $200 million. The $150 million I don't think is accurate. I think $200 million will be more accurate. And out of this, they make back $54.7 million, which is a joke. So I'm literally leaning towards the, you worked under the table, that's why we're not crediting you. Because this way, they don't got to worry about, oh, look, we gave you a one-time check. You don't have to collect any royalties. You will never get any royalties. Because, remember, Warner Brothers has some very powerful lawyers. Okay, they have some pretty high, well-paid lawyers. They're like Cartoon Network and Disney level, but they're like the 3 rungs below them. I mean, you have WB, then you have like most of the internet companies like Google, Google, Facebook, Twitter. Then you have Cartoon Network. Disney's like up at the freaking top, and if you even want to go one step above them, by like a small margin, as they keep swapping back and forth, would be Nintendo. Those would be like the ones that have the high-priced lawyers. These are the ones that you know they're going to screw you to the wall if you get a C and D from them. You're effed in the A. But in this case, this is freaking... and I want to say it this way. This is Warner Brothers screwing the pooch. Because now this person, you know, poor Dave Alvarez, now he has no credit. Oh, well, I did this. I mean, they can't... IMDb is asked now for, oh, yeah, did animation work for Space Jam, A New Legacy? Nope. You weren't credited in the movie. And I know that there are some actors out there that do go uncredited, especially back in the 90s. There were quite a few of them. Tai Trang, who actually... And I do apologize to her if I mispronounced that. I know she's passed away, but I do apologize to her friends and family if I mispronounced her name. Please forgive me. She was the original Yellow Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Okay? She was the one that got screwed over the most because her character and the Japanese counterpart of the first season of Mighty Morphin was a guy. So, hence why she didn't get a skirt, but Kimberly got a skirt. There you go. Of course, it's been fixed in later seasons for when they have to borrow the powers, because pretty much now, unless the Japanese version had... male as the Yellow Ranger, it's pretty much female. I've noticed a massive trend with that. Seriously, there actually is a trend. Really look it up. But anyway, she went uncredited in a couple movie roles that she did after Power Rangers and before her death in 2001. She went uncredited. I think one of them was I think it was Crow. I think it was The Crow. Yeah, I think it was The Crow she went uncredited in. And there are a lot of actors in that do go uncredited. Look at James Earl Jones. He was not down as the voice of Darth Vader in the original Star Wars. And this was by his own request. And you can look that up. This was by his own request. So it does make sense for actors in that, like, hey, look, I just did this like to kind of improve my skills a little bit. Don't credit me on this. Because, you know, they don't want to be taken like, oh, I'm only going to take like B-grade role movies or something. But at the same time, when it comes to animators, this is how you get your name out there. I mean, they'll look at this and go, okay, I want the person that did that. Okay, that's the person that I want for my project. And that's how you get more jobs down the line. This isn't a, oh, you work for us, here's an ongoing check. A majority of the time, animators are paid by the project. Now, some of them might be hired on permanently, and keep in mind, a lot of this is up to debate because there are multiple ways to screw over a pooch here. So please forgive me if I get any of this wrong, because there are multiple ways this can happen. But a good chunk of the way is either they're going to get hired by the project and they're a freelancer, they're a consultant and again paid by the project, or they're hired on full-time and there you go. But most of the time they're hired on per project, because then it's just a one-off paycheck and there you go. But it's a pretty big-ass check. I mean, it's a pretty good payday. Think of the movie Paycheck with Ben Affleck in it, where he was a reverse engineer. Think that, but from animators' points of views. And, you know, script writers have their own thing, because they have the Screenwriters Guild, so you have to, the Writers Guild of America, so they already have their own union, so they have all that taken care of. But anyway, poor Mr. Alvarez here just doesn't even go credited. Now, like I said, for this movie, that's a good thing. That's a goddamn good thing, trust me. Because this movie sucks. The plot sucks, the premise sucks. This is basically nothing more than a LeBron James spank film for kids. Yeah, I said it. That's what it is. This is a LeBron James spank film for kids. Okay? There you go. This is basically a way for Warner Brothers to go, we want your money. I mean, if anybody out there has ever seen Avenue Q, there's a song in that called Give Me Your Money. That's basically what Warner Brothers was singing as everybody was walking into the theater. Give us your money. Come on, we needed to eat. Give us your money. You'll feel great, trust me. Just give us your money. Yeah, that's basically what they were saying to everybody as they're walking into the theaters. It's like, give us your money. You're going to love this. Just give us your money. And there are people that don't like the movie, and there's like multiple... This is going to be one of those... split right down the middle sorts of deals, and it saddens me that we're gonna get to this point, but that's what it is. It's a split right down the middle. Okay, look, one side hates it, one side loves it. I get it. This is the point we're at where you can't please both sides. I know this very well. You cannot please everyone, but at the same time, we're also at this point of, oh great, this is what we've come to. I think what makes this worse for me is the fact that they knowingly screwed him over. And he had to go onto Twitter and tell everybody, hey, look, I worked on this movie. They didn't credit me. What the hell? And I feel sorry for you. I really do. I mean, let me rephrase that. I feel sorry for you in the aspect that you went uncredited in something that you put work into. I don't feel sorry for you that you worked on this. I feel sorry for everyone aside from LeBron James that worked on this movie. Every single person that was involved in this. I mean, Sarah Silverman gets my pity. Gabriel Iglesias gets my pity. The one that voiced Bugs Bunny gets my pity. Everybody, hell, Don Cheadle gets my, oh god, he gets my massive pity on this. I pity you tremendously for having to put up with this movie. But all of this, okay, you get my pity, believe me, you have my pity. But at the same time, Mr. Alvarez here, you really get my pity too, because you got screwed. Because this could possibly impact future jobs for you. Unless Warner Brothers is going to be hiring you on all the time, you're effed in the A now. Because you could say, hey, I did this, but they go to look for your name in the credits. You're not credited. They're going to look at you and go, yeah, you just lied to our sorry ass. You can kiss off. And that's going to hurt you in the long run. Because I went to design school, okay? I learned web design. And we had to create portfolios. So when you make a portfolio, you need to have your work. And especially nowadays with like websites now, you need to have them up so people can see it and go, okay, so that's what you can bring to the table. This is what you're able to bring to us. And when you don't have that, when you don't have the credentials, you don't have the experience, you don't have, you know, the skills to pay the bills, in their eyes, they're not going to hire you. as far as they're concerned, oh, then no, you're not worth our time and effort. We don't care. Because you don't have the points that apparently were in this movie. Oh, no, 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 no. No, see, you say you were in this movie, but you weren't in this movie. You say that you worked on it, but you're not credited in it. Oh, you could have just stole these from other people and trying to pass them off as your own. We don't know that. And that's the sad truth of this, is that because he went uncredited now, he's screwed. Because now it's like, oh, well, you know, I did animate on this, I did work on this. Nope. Completely worthless. Because you do not have the credentials to back it up. You don't have the fact that you can say, I did this, here's my name in the credits, I worked on this, here's my name. Because you don't have that. That hurts in the long run. Because now there's nothing for them to go to and reference, and you're back to square one. It's basically like you're right out of college again. It's like, okay, now I really got to look for a job. And it's like, I have nothing. I have no skills. I have nothing. And I can't get anywhere because of it. Welcome to Screwedville. Population everyone. And the problem is, that's how this goes. This song and dance is a constant reminder of the extra levels of bullshit that people gotta put up with this. But the fact that Warner Brothers just flat out refused to credit him, I don't care if it was by an oversight or what, you fucked up! You didn't credit the poor guy! You have balls the size of church bells to basically say, oh, well, he never worked on this movie. There's evidence that no. He never worked on it. We don't have any, we don't remember him. You got balls the size of church bells for that. Massive cojones. Okay? Big ones. But that's what I gotta say. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Do you think it's right that people should go uncredited for this? Especially, I mean, no matter how bad the movie is, I mean, this movie is pretty bad. But no matter how bad the movie is, do you think it's fair that people should go uncredited? Or are you in the camp of, well, at least he's out there, and thanks to social media and him now telling everybody, hey, I got screwed, he might get some work? Let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been Andrew Rants.